Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get it. Let's go. I promise you, man, old dude was out there getting to that bag. He get out the hole. Fred ain't had no food. Nobody had no food. Old head get out. Old head handling his business. Old head handling his business. But old head shake round the road, though. I didn't have to scan him. It was a known fact that he shake round the road. So he in there handling his business. Next day roll around. He hollered at the LT, the dude in 34, said he'll switch with, you know what I mean? Switch with a cell he was going to. And he dipped. He went up in the corner. They was in cell 34. They was in cell 34, him and his boy, man. So like, now they was in the pod, it's like, you know what I mean? Like I say, they wasn't rude type of guys. Like, I done been around dudes that shake round the road and got their boy, you know what I mean? And they be rude in the worst way. The boy be rude in the worst way. But they kind of like, they was off in the corner, you know what I mean? They didn't bother nobody. Old head just was getting the money. He looked like he been down a little bit, so he was just getting to the bag. Now, the whole time he getting to the bag, you can look over at the Richmond mob and you can tell that they kind of mad. The reason why the Richmond mob is kind of mad is because a lot of the people from the Richmond mob deals with that dog food. So, like, I ain't gonna lie. When I was in there, that used to be a lot of the reasons why Richmond would clash with each other over that dog food. Like, it's probably not like that now. But back then, they would clash with each other over that dog food, man. So, the old dude in there winning. You know what I mean? Like, old dude in there winning. I don't think old dude was from I don't think he was from Richmond. I don't know where he was from. But he got the raw game. You know what I mean? He got the riggedy. So everybody calling his name. The Richmond dude was even hollering at him. I look over, Fred, with him and Tim sitting at the table. Fred, like, you can see him looking around at everybody calling the old dude like, catch me at the yard. We got 2 o'clock rent. I got you. You a lot. Old dude out there getting that money. You know what I mean? So they watching him. You see him, he's looking mad. He's looking mad. So the weekend about to roll up. The reason why the old head had the advantage is because the old head came in the pod before the weekend. So it was like nobody had nothing. Nobody had nothing in there. So he was able to sell his stuff like through the week, through that little drought week. You know what I mean? The weekend roll around, Fred go get that pack game. You can tell when Fred got the pack. When Fred got the pack, he take forever to come back from B room, and then he'll be on the yard talking to dudes. So we can go, where we at in 4B, we can go to our back window by cell 12. We can look out our back window and we can see the boulevard, the yard, we can see all of that. So dudes be at the window, and I done been back there a couple times and I done seen him. When he come out from visit room, he never comes straight back. The only people that can tell you to go to your building for real, if somebody come out the buildings and they see you out on the boulevard talking to people on the yard. But even the ladies that's in the control booth, they don't be saying nothing, you know what I mean? So he'll be out there talking to dudes, different dudes from 4 building from Richmond. So he out there, that's when you know he got the pack, he taking forever. So he come back, you know what I mean? He come back with the joint. He in the pod, he go straight in the cell, throw the cut up game. You look up, you see Tim and you see Just holding the cell down. They right in front of his cell like this to cut up. They in front of his joint like this. They just stand in front of his joint like they hold him down. You know what I mean? He'll be in there probably for about 30 minutes. He'll come back out on the cell break. I guess he done bagged some stuff up, so he'll come out. You know what I mean? That's when everything going on. So he come out. Like, it did look like a regular weekend for Fred. Like him going to the VI, coming back, about to get some money. Like, this was a regular, like VI weekend for him. So when he come out with the joint, like, the first sign that I had got was crazy because it's a white dude that be store boxing for my roommate. And when he would come to the door, like, sometimes he'd be hollering at my room. He knew me too, you know what I mean? But he was a cool white dude, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he used to like that food, you know what I mean? Like, he used to like that food. And a lot of times, if his girl was tripping on him and he couldn't get the money to send people to get the food, that's when he would come holler at me or my roommate, because he knew I kept a lot of Newports, a lot of Black & Milds, and my roommate kept a lot of the store-bought stuff. So he'll come to us and be like, look, let me borrow 60 for 80 back. You know what I mean? Like let me borrow 60 for 100 back. You know what I mean? And we like, 60 for 100 back. Like, you might think that might not sound like, but you're getting your 60 back and 40. You know what I mean? So like, it made sense. It was a profit, and we would do it for him because it'll be just anything we'll give him. He just wanted money for he can score. That's all he would want. So like he'll come to the sale. So when he come to the sale, you know what I mean? Like Fred's still in the joint with the cut up around this time. So he come to the sale, and I hear him talking to my roommate. So I walk in the joint. He like, yeah. He was like, I don't know why Fred in there bagging that stuff up. I was like, what you talking about? He was like, yeah, he down there with the cut up. Like he getting that stuff ready. He was like, I don't know what for. He was like, shh, I don't know what for, man. He was like, man, the old dude got a missile. He was like, man, the old dude joint is a missile, man. He was like, look at me. That joint is a missile. He made a face and everything. I'm looking like, man, you do look crazy in the face. He was like, it's a missile, Weezy, man. I was like, so what you saying you ain't gonna buy nothing for free? He was like, man, if it ain't like this, I can't go to it right now. He said, that's what you understand. People that do the food, like once we find the missile, like it's hard going outside the missile. So I'm like, man, I feel that, man. So he came, bought his stuff. He slid. So he hang with like 3 other white dudes that's in the block. You know what I mean? Then he talked to a lot of other white dudes that's in the compound and in our building. So he leave out. That's when I see Fred come out. So Fred come out. He do his little same routine. He holler at the dudes over next door, the 4A dudes. Dudes that the non-tobacco pod, he holler at them over next door. That's what 4A is. He holler at them. You know what I mean? You see him holler at a couple guys. Next thing you know, you hear, hey Fred! Hey Fred, somebody wants you shot at the jump. You know what I mean? So when he said that, I'm walking laps in the pod. You know what I mean? I'm walking laps in the pod. I got the CD player in my back pocket. I'm listening to the jump. I can see CL20's on, I'm watching the jump. But I can see people calling. I can see Fred got a lot of movement going on. I can see it. You know what I mean? So when I look, he walked to the booth. It's a dude in 4A calling them. Like I told y'all, they can be standing on their top tier and they can be like, yo, they can do sign language. Or, you know what I mean? You can kind of like talk to dudes. You know what I mean? Read their lips, anything, because it's the pod right across from us. So when I get around the first time, I ain't paid no mind. I seen the dude when I walked. I was like, it was a dude over there. So when I came back around, my homeboy was about to get on the phone, so I just posted up over here by the phone, which I would have a great view of to where Fred is talking to the dude. And I'm looking, and I see Fred like, what you mean, Shaw? Well, send it back there, Shaw. Yes, send my stuff back, Shaw. Yeah, all right. Because I can hear what Fred say. He's like, all right. The whole podcast, all right. Send it back there, Shaw. So a little bit of time going, you see a dude come out the hallway. That's from 4A. You see Fred come out. Like he got the lady to open one door. Sometimes the lady open one door for you can talk to somebody out in the hallway. She ain't gonna open the door to let you out to the hallway. So she and he inside the joint. Dude slim something. He got the joint back, come back in the pod. So when he come back in the pod, I looked up. He pull up on the white dude that was just an outside. He like, hey, come here. Hey, come here. White dude walked up. He was like, hey, look, try this and let me know. White dude was like, you're charging me for this? He was like, nah, just let me know if it's good. So white dude went, you know what I mean? But I remember what the white dude said. Once you're dealing with a missile, you can't really fall back off the missile. Once you're gone off the missile, man, white dude come back super fast. He come back super fast. He like, put it back in Fred's hand. I'm like, Fred, like, you don't want it? He was like, it's no good like that, man. The old dude has the best stuff, man. The old dude, you didn't have none? You didn't have none of the stuff the old dude got? He was like, get out my face, man. White dude was like, white dude walked away, also, boom. Fred was looking super angry. Tim walked up like he was like, yo, what's up? What are you saying? What's going on? I guess he was telling like, yo, man, dude across the hall told me this joke some Garbino. Told me the old dude got the missile. You know what I mean? Tim was like, he do got a missile. Tim used to mess with the D block. He was like, yeah, he do got a missile though. That joint is a missile. He was like, look. You know what I mean? So Fred just looking mad. So just pop up. Just walk up. He like, yo, you had some of that stuff. You had some of that stuff the old head got. Just looked like he wanted to lie. He was like, yeah, it's all right. It's all right too. I had some of my roommate the other night. Yeah, it's all right too. It's all right too. He was like, yeah, it's all right too, huh? Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. So he walked away. He dipped. Man. So I'm sitting in the joint. I'm like, yo, I threw the headphones back on. I kept walking. I was like, yo, this joint crazy. I was like, but for real, be like that. I done went through a situation like this with the Lala. You know what I mean? My Lala ain't better than the next man Lala, man. I know dudes be thinking it's about quantity in that joint. It could be in a lot of situations, man. But sometimes and a lot of times in penitentiary, it's about the quality, y'all. So boom. Oh, he had the quality, man. And right now, the whole building was chasing him, man. The whole building was chasing old head. I looked up. The boy out there now, the boy was in the cell for a couple days. He come out, take a shower. You ain't even seen him. Next thing you know, the boy active. The boy active. The boy out that joint. The boy handling business. You know what I mean? The boy out that joint. Meet me at dinner. Alright. Boy out that joint. Get into that bag. I was like, that's crazy. So the old head moving the pod with his boy. And they start winning, man. They start winning, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. So Fred was stuck with that stuff. He was stuck with that stuff. And I know it was bothering him, man, because usually when he get his get if it's good enough, Fred would get his nose dirty a little bit. Fred didn't even want to get his nose dirty with this joint, man. He didn't want to get his nose dirty with this joint. The old head done started selling so much of the food. I don't know what the old head, how he got it. We got it from, I don't know what. Man, all I know is everybody was like, yo, the old head don't want nothing but food. That's all he want. He don't want no more street money. He don't want nothing. He don't want no more cigarette game. They say he want all food. So like back then, hearing all food, like it was slightly a smack in the face because there's so much other things that you can pay somebody with, like tobacco. You know what I mean? The cigarettes, the black stuff like that. This man said he want all food. So like, I ain't gonna lie, like that joint had a lot of people mad in the pod. Like a lot of people was mad, but like you gotta respect him. He came in the pod, he looked out, he threw dudes on tick when he got out the hole. He played fair with the pod. The old dude definitely played fair with the pod. Everybody was high off the dog. Everybody was lit off the dog food. Everybody, y'all. So now he wants all food. So with Fred junk being some garbage, you know what I mean? Fred like, man, this junk crazy. I know he wanted to get some because his is some garbage. So now he's stuck with his. I don't think he threw it away. There's no need to throw your stuff flat down the toilet. Like keep it for and just see how it play out after his wave is done. But still, he's fiending. He's fiending the whole time. He's fiending the whole time. So he go to the old dude. Fred go to the old dude. You know what I mean? I see him talking to the old dude. Fred way bigger than him. Fred was like this. He crossed his arms like this. Y'all ever seen the dude cross their arms like this? He was like, you see Fred talking to him like, for real, that's the fat boy cross your arms. He like this. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. You see the old dude like, yeah, like, he up by the old head cell talking to him. You know what I mean? The old head like, yeah, you. Like he probably would say, yeah, look, I just be trying to look out for me and my boy. And, you know, that's all I try to do. You know, I shake around and roll in my own privacy. Like, that's what he talking to Fred. Fred looking like, yeah, all right. So Fred dipped off. When he dipped off, I seen him looking. He was like, he put me in his locks. I was like, I seen him. I was like, what's up, Fred? He was like, me holler at you. Came upstairs. He was like, hey, come here. He grabbed me. I was like, what's up? He was like, come here, Sean. He was like, I need a favor, Sean. I was like, what's up? He was like, man, I need $50 in food. I was like, $50 in food? I said, what you about to do with $50 in food, bro? He was like, shit, I'm about to scope. This said he want all food. I was like, he want all food? He was like, yeah. I was like, man, like for real. Cause I don't be doing more like that. Ask anybody, have I ever told anybody, Sean, that I want all food? I was like, nah, like money is money. Like I take stamps, I take all of that. He was like, man, me too. I said, man, he probably ain't got nobody on the street to hold his money, man. Like, so he ain't want no more street money. You know what I mean? I said, and for real, he probably already got too much tobacco already from when he first came in the block. He was like, man, but still though, I'm one of the ones in the pod. Yeah, they ain't telling about me. I'm one of the ones in the pod. I keep it. This because my cousin gave me a dud this time around. I keep it though, Weezy. I was like, no though, man. But like, look though, $50 is a lot of money though, Fred, man. I was like, what you giving me back for 50? He's like, I'll give you 80 back. I was like, I said, me and my roommate kind of involved, bro. I said, like, at least you got to do a ball, bro. You got to do 50 for 50, bro. I said, because we ain't never gave a dude $50. Like, you know what I mean? That's a lot of commissary, bro. He was like, I'll give you a ball because I'm going to have with a couple of dudes. He was like, but still. I said, y'all fuck with dude? He was like, man, Sean know that nigga like that. I said, man, that shit crazy. Old dude came in here and took your shit over, bro. But I'm joking with him, though. He was like, he made a face like, that shit ain't funny, Weezy. He was like, he ain't take nothing over. He ain't take nothing over, Weezy. Yeah, it's just gonna be my turn again. My turn gonna come. Yeah, don't worry about it. He got it for now. He got it for now, though, but look. Just let me get that $50, man. I said, man, come on upstairs, y'all. So, boom. I mean, man, I went back upstairs to myself. Get in the jump myself. I'm like, yo, bro, trying to get $50. He was like, what? Not Big Fred. Fred was like, he came to the cell, sat down. He was like, psh. He was like, I need it, man. This ain't for me to eat. My roommate was like, yo, man, he was like, look, man, I thought you came back from the VI. I be seeing people coming to borrow from you. He was like, I ain't get a chance to sell my stuff, man. I got some garbage. This time. I got some doo-doo. He was like, nigga, wholesale. He was like, no, I can't do nothing with the old heads still having shit. So I'm getting the shit together for him, counting the honey buns. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, this joint crazy, man. I'm like, this man want $50, but the honey bun was $1. That joint go for $1. So got him icy whites. Cinnamon rolls go for $1. You know what I mean? Got him some tuna packs, go for $3 a pop. You know what I mean? Sausages, they go for $2.50 a pop. Like, we got them together fast. But as he's in there talking, like, you can just see it like he never went through this. He's like, I'm feeling crazy. He's like, man, I'm thinking all type of crazy thoughts right now, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, what? He was like, man, for real, I want to get him. Though. I was like, get him. I was like, man, I wanted to say, man, you know, you don't put no work in, but I ain't say that, though. I'm like, what you mean? Like, rob him? He was like, I think I want to, though. He's like, but I know what he be doing. I said, what? He said, man, his boy be having the stuff. He gave everything to the boy. That's why every time he make a play, he go back and he got to holler at the boy. He was like, the boy be having it on him. He was like, yeah. I was like, look, whatever you thinking, bro, I was like, look, just leave it alone, man. I was like, for real. It ain't worth getting into a nigga that shake, round, and roll in the boy. I was like, what if that go wrong? He was like, I seen his face like he was already thinking, like he wanted to tell me, like, nigga, I ain't gonna be the one to do it. But he ain't say it though, but I read his goddamn brain. And as I'm talking to him, trying to talk him out of this shit, his voice, his mind was like, nigga, I ain't gonna be the one to do this shit, nigga. I seen the thought in his face, y'all. I was like, this nigga sinister, y'all. So boom. We gave him $50. He slid. He dipped out. You know what I mean? I see him go downstairs. He talked for a second because it looked like the old head was downstairs. So I see him talking to the old head. So he talking to the old head for a minute. He got the bag of stuff covered up with a jacket right there that we just gave him. So they talking. You know what I mean? And you just hear Fred was like, what? Man, that's messed up, Shawty. I wasn't even gone for 10 minutes, Shawty. That's messed up. How you gonna sell the stuff I just told you I'm trying to get? How you gonna do that? Old dude was like, money first, baby. He did some old lame, old head shit like that. So Fred like, money come first. He was like, all right. That's how you want fucking care. You done make me go borrow all this shit. For nothing. Oh, hell, like, look, I ain't got no more. What you want me to do? I ain't got no more. What the fuck? What, you want me to pull it out my ass? He tell Fred. Fred was like, what? He was like, what you want me to pull it out my ass? I ain't got no more. The fuck? I thought you was gone. I don't know where you was at. You disappeared for 30 minutes. I don't know where the fuck you went at. Somebody else called and he came and got. He told Fred straight up. Fred was like, Tim came over there, heard him arguing. Tim was like, Tim used to be quiet. He don't really say shit. He just used to hold Fred down. Fred like, you got that, Sean. Go ahead and keep that shit, Sean. I'm upstairs looking like, I'm looking at the bag. I'm trying, I don't want to like really say something in this situation right here because there's a lot going on. But I'm like, I wanted to be like, yo, bro, come on, bring that back there, bro. You don't need it no more. He grabbed a bag, he take it in the room. I'm like, took it to his room, y'all, that's nuts. So boom. I already know he was mad though. After all of this, he was mad. Next thing you know, you see him stick his head out the door. Hey, Just! Man, come on in, Sean. Just walked over that jump looking like a henchman. Just was like, he got over there. He was like, yeah, you see him talking, giving him instructions game. That's what he's doing. He's giving him instructions, man, because he does whatever Fred tells him to freaking do. Just looking like he ready for whatever, you know what I mean? So I see him talking to Fred, talking to Tim. They hollering at him, you know what I mean? Letting him know what's going on. I guess he's telling them like, yo, I just went and borrowed all this money from Weezy and them. Then this dude gonna say he ain't got the stuff that he's supposed to be holding for me to buy. He was like, nah, forget that, man. It's time. It's time, man. So me and my roommate looking like, I'm telling my roommate, I'm like, yo, watch, he gonna do what he was talking about and said. He was like, what, you think he gonna rob him? I was like, man, shh. I ain't getting into it with no people that shake, rattle, and roll. Like, that's not what I'm doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I understand, you know what I mean? Fred mad. And Fred probably's looking at it like, dude that moved into his territory. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some dudes are territorial. Like, it's just like the street in there. Like, you know what I mean? You can't just move to the man block and take over the block. Now, the penitentiary is about whoever got the best. Now, if you want to be somebody that try to get rid of somebody that's in your way of the best, then you can do that too. And you gotta succeed. But if you don't, it can turn out real dangerous for you for trying to do that, man. So this is what Fred is going through. But the thing that Fred has on his team, man, he has Just. He asked Just, the old head and Just was probably about a little shorter than the old head, man. But at the end of the day, the boy was Just height. The boy that the old head was messing with, he was Just height. So I already know he gonna try to send Just on the mission. So he talked to Just for a while. So they called lunch. We all go to lunch. Everything was straight after lunch. Everybody just in the pod, just kicking it. Everybody chilling. Ain't no noise being made. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, I promise you, man, I don't know what that happened. I don't know what that happened, man, but the old dude, the old dude was sitting on his butt using the phone, but he's facing the booth. If he was facing forward, he can see his cell all the way up in 34, all the way in the corner. But he's sitting sideways like this on his butt, and he's using the jack. And I guess he's, you know what I mean? He's facing the booth, kind of like he's on the phone, he talking. I looked up, Just running down the top tier. You see the boy right behind him, the boy chasing him behind him. Just get to the steps, Just hit them steps like this. Just was like, man, he was skipping them steps. He got to the end of the jump. The boy almost jumped down the steps. Just slid this way. He ran to Fred's cell. Fred was like, what's up? He ran to Fred's cell. Fred opened the door. He closed the door. Boom. The door closed. He inside Fred's cell. I'm like, the boy come down. The old dude, he still ain't see it. So I guess somebody told him, hey, he looked, turned around. He like, he seen this boy over there. He's like, hey, he left the phone and everything. He got, what's up, baby? What's up? The boy was like, he came in the cell and he took the stuff. He took the work. He took the work. He took all the work. So he like, what the fuck you mean? So he run to Big Fred's cell. So he go to Big Fred's cell, Fred in the door. You like, that's what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna take my shit. Where that boy at that took my shit? Where he at? Where he at? Fred was like, yeah, you talking about my little homeboy. He right here. He right here. He ain't do nothing wrong. Yeah, he ain't do nothing wrong. He ain't do nothing wrong. Old head was like, oh, all right. That's how y'all wanna play. That's how y'all wanna fucking play. All right, that's how y'all wanna fucking play. That's what we gonna do then. That's what we gonna do. So the boy was like, y'all motherfuckers fucked up. So they right there in the door talking shit to each other, like, and this shit crowd. I'm like, oh shit, like for real. When I seen this whole thing happen, the boy chasing them, and they did all that shit. They saying, bro, on this dummy mission, man, this battery in the back mission, man. Like when I seen all that transpiring, I already knew, man, it was a wrap for that Richmond crew, y'all. So boom, not saying it like that, but it's like I knew this wasn't gonna turn out good one way or the other, even if it was because they was going down for putting in work. I knew this was their demise right here, man. Like sometimes you do stuff. Then you be like, damn, why I do that, man? Like, Fred had a dude that he could make do anything. But that play right there was a wild play, man. There was no reason for that play right there. And he done put bro on a dummy mission, man. So they stay in the cell. So they finally come out. So when they come out, the old dude and the boy, it's like a standoff. They right there because it looked like Fred and them got weapons. Everybody standing over there like this. You know what I mean? And the dude Just, he come out, Just ain't got shit. I know he ain't got shit. But Just come out just like, he still thinking it's funny. He like, yeah. Yeah, so the boy looking crazy, you know what I mean? So what got everybody like they ain't trying to do nothing is that the AOT came and then he sat in the booth for a while. Now, I don't know, he didn't sat in the booth. He didn't come sit in the booth like he knew something was going on. But like, he knew something probably, like he ain't come sit in the booth like he knew something was going on. He just was in there. Sometimes they'll come in there, it was a CO they rock where they'll come sit in there for a while. So he was in there. So like that kind of like slowed everybody up what was going on. So I promise you, man, like the old dude, look at, he trying to weigh his options because now he see that the Richmond mob is sticking together. He see that they sticking together, man. So it was crazy, like, you know what I mean? Like, they were like, yo, that junk wild, man. So the old dude, like, he looking like, man, he ain't got no, he can just go all out. But him and his boy gonna get crashed out on him, man, because it ain't enough of it. There's only two of them. It was like 6, 7 of them. You know what I mean? So the old dude was like, hey, look, I want a fair one. Yeah, let me get a fair one with his little ass then. Yeah, I want a fair one. He going there in my motherfucking cell. Yeah. That's when he said that, that's what kind of made me think that he was like probably close to Richmond, like he was from over there some damn where, because like at a moment like that, like I don't think nobody can tell me that they want a fair one, man. Like my man went and robbed you, like it is, what you gonna do? You either gonna get out the pod or we about to get down on your ass right now, one of the two paws, like, and it ain't gonna be a whole lot to it. Like, but Fred don't move strategic. Like Fred ain't gonna, you know, he still got Just, he got Tim, you know what I mean? He got dudes that's gonna jump out there for him. So I'm just like, this shit crazy. So he's standing there, you know what I mean? He like, fair one. Man, for what? For my little nigga can beat your motherfucking ass? For he can beat your motherfucking ass? He was like, man, all right, we'll see. Man, we'll still give my shit back. If I beat his ass, I want my motherfucking shit back. It's one-on-one. So Just was like, man, you want me to fight this old motherfucker? That nigga Fred was like, damn right, nigga. Beat that nigga ass. Fuck that shit, nigga. And the old dude was like, yeah, y'all come to my cell. Come on, man. The boy looking at him like, they go up the steps. Let's go up the steps. Dude, like, come on. Everybody going up the steps. Niggas like, oh, shit. Niggas going up the steps. Old dude sleep at 34. Y'all know that's the Terror Dome game. So that's a perfect place to fight. But it's a wrong place to fight too at a situation like this. But nevertheless, all the richer dudes go up the steps. Man, they go up the steps, man. I promise you, man. Niggas get up the steps. Goddamn, niggas go in the joint. They by the door. I'm standing there just looking at this shit like this shit wild as a bitch, man. I'm like, this shit is not gonna turn out good. It's not gonna turn out good. Like, he keep putting batteries in this nigga back. I was like, man, old head probably gonna beat his ass, man. I was like, this shit crazy, man. Man, I promise you, man. Man, went in that joint. Man, went in that joint, man. This is my word. All I seen, man, first person I seen, man, the first person I seen, I looked up, man. I seen goddamn the nigga Fred. The nigga Fred just start running like he was running towards cell 23. When I looked, you seen the boy. The boy was behind Fred ass with that hammer game. Man, the boy had that damn hammer. You hear me? The boy was like this. His speed was faster on Fred. Fred was like, Fred had a little jumper. Fred was like, Fred started running this way. The old Richard dudes scattered that way. Man, I promise you, none of these dudes they probably didn't think they had the weapon, man. That's what made this whole situation crazy right here, because nobody was scrapped from that Richmond mob. You know what I mean? But like, they probably was thinking that they wasn't going to go to that, man. But when I looked, I seen the boy chasing Fred ass down by cell 23. Cell 23 is a dead end game. Fred big ass got to the air shit. He seen that boy coming. Man, that nigga climbed over that motherfucker. And release game. Boom, big nigga hit the ground. Boom. Boy was like, the lady in the booth was like, put that down. The lady got, put that down. He like, the boy like, he went straight back over there. Man, he run back over there. I look up, man. I just see the old head down on Just as Just like, man, he hitting Just all in his back. Boom, boom, boom. Just took like two. Just shot, hit stuffs. Just get down. You look at his back. His shirt super got 2 red spots in him. And it was like, yo, you bleeding in your back. He look, he like, this word old head. The boy was like, you go that way. He go this way. This way, they go this way. Man, they come down and jump, man. This is my word. As soon as the boy come down the steps, man, as soon as he come down the steps, he didn't even see Tim. Tim was right there in the cut. Tim was right there in the cut. He chasing Fred. He knows problems with Richmond, but he got his target on Fred. Man, he went down the side of the steps. His old man went down that side of the steps. Man, this word, as soon as he get down the side of the steps, Tim was right there in the cut. He came around the joint from the steps. Tim was caught his ass. Boom! Man, he caught that nigga. Man, the knife went this way. The knife went this way. When the CO lady seen that, boom, boom, she started hitting over that joint. Tim back up. He back up. He go run and grab the joint. Tim ran and grabbed the joint. So the old dude chasing the young nigga Just. Tim saved the day. Tim ran over that joint. Tim ran over that joint, man. He swung that joint at the old head. Man, old head weaved that joint on some sweet shit. Ducked that shit. Came back. Ran after Just. Just thought Tim was gonna hit him. Man, he ducked the shit. Ran after Just. Just trying to take off towards cell 15. Man, he catch Just in the arm. Boom! He catch Just. Just was like, man, this word, police coming in, bitch, so goddamn deep. I'm standing behind the wall. After when he hit him right there, I got behind the wall because the lady just dumping. Boom! Boom! She started just hitting back there over there by the way I do a Bobo equipment at. Man, she hitting that joint like crazy, man. She bucking. Boom! 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 Police coming at bitch. Everybody, police coming at motherfucker. But I look, the scene look crazy. The boy sleep. Man, I promise you, he sleep. He sleep. Man, that man on the ground by the steps knocked out. Tim scratched his ass. That nigga like this. Police running the joint. They come in the joint, man. They grabbed the old head. Old head dropped the hammer. All of that shit, man. People came in there and neutralized that shit, man. And Just was like, he was walking because the COC that he bleeding, so they ain't put cuffs on him. Fred was like, man, get him to the doctor, man. Get him out of here. Just was like, and I guess it's adrenaline just gave up. I don't know what it was. That man said, that man just fell like a ton of bricks. Boom, boom. He hit the ground. That man landed on his knees. He was stretched out like this on his knees. They tried to get him revival. The medical, all that coming there. I couldn't really see once they locked us down because he was under us, but you could tell they was trying to revive him, man. But whatever the case, I looked up. They had him in a stretcher. They was taking him out. But he got hit in the arm and he got hit twice in the back, man. Jump was crazy, man. That jump was a crazy situation. You see how somebody put a battery in your back, how it can go wrong? It can go wrong, people, man. I promise you, man. The old dude got shipped. The boy got shipped. They had the whole thing on camera. The boy got shipped. The dude, Fred, he ended up getting shipped because they found something in his cell. Like, man, like that whole story was a mess. The only person that got away with that stuff, man, was the dude Just. And the only reason I say he got away with it is because, like, he went to medical, and when he got out of medical, man, they put him back in population. But the old dude was gone, man. But like years later, seeing Just on the compound with the Richmond mob, it looked like he kind of matured from all those months in the hole and just going through getting stabbed up and all that shit. Like, I think he learned now that kind of like being a crash dummy, being somebody flunky, letting somebody put a battery in your back, man, is not a good thing. It's not a good thing, man. So don't ever let nobody do that to y'all, man. So through the years, I seen him look like he became like a official dude that just been into some major combat in his penitentiary bid. He made it through without having to be unalive. And, you know, that kind of made his character a little bit more stronger, man. A lot of more Richmond dudes started rocking with him, man. And, like, I known him, you know what I mean? But, like, we never really dealt with each other, man. But, like, I remember that, though, man. Like, I remember him from the beginning. And in the beginning, man, he was Fred Flunky, man. Tim went to one building because Tim had a lot of time, so they split them up. But at the end of the day, man, everybody got out the hole except the boy and the old head, man. And that junk was wild. Like, the old head and them kind of was, you know, they was protecting what was theirs. But at the same time, it's penitentiary, man. Stuff happens, y'all. But that was a crazy situation. But that's the end of the damn story, y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching as always, man. I love y'all to death, man. Real talk, man. But I need y'all to stay out the way for you can live a good life out here with your family, y'all. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This was a bonus banger game. So what I need y'all to do with this one, like, share, and subscribe as well, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. But y'all be safe and stay y'all ass.